did you disagree with?
Senator Tester.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I don't know whether to respond to Senator Cruz's line of questioning or not, but it is interesting that he tended to leave out an incident that happened in Texas in a storm that shut down the industry, which had impacts on the prices, by the way. And it wasn't due to wind or solar, it was due to no regulation of the electrical grid in Texas. And the fact that demand is up worldwide, but we'll let that go. I want to stick with Mr. Graves here. Appreciate you being here at this committee hearing. I want to talk to you a little bit about broadband, because if this pandemic has taught us anything, it's how important broadband is, both from a healthcare standpoint, an education standpoint, and an economic opportunity standpoint. I come from rural America, where, quite frankly, the broadband coverage is not where it needs to be. And I live fairly close to an Indian reservation where the broadband coverage isn't what it needs to be. If you're confirmed to this position, can you tell me how you're going to prioritize rural America and Indian country too?
Well, Senator, thank you very much. And I appreciate the chance to speak with you a few weeks ago, and where you raised these very issues. We've seen clearly, as a result of COVID-19, the need for access to affordable, high-speed broadband is critical to every community in the country, especially to our rural areas and tribal communities, which have limited access. It's important for business, it's important for access to medical care, it's critically important for access to services. So, my belief is that we should do everything in our power to make certain that broadband is expanded into every community in the country, and that we get the NTIA grants expedited, that we're increasing the amount of broadband access in rural, and I would look forward to working with you closely on this issue going forward.
Well, I look forward to that opportunity. I will tell you that if we don't prioritize the areas that are either underserved or not served at all, I don't think we're going to have the economy that's going to work for all parts of this country. And so hopefully that's a priority for you. I want to talk about EDA because I think the Economic Development Administration is a great resource. We addressed it in the CARES Act that we passed nearly a year ago, and we addressed it in the American Rescue Plan that we passed last week. And the fact is that the ability for EDA to deal with the unprecedented challenges of this pandemic is critical, and it's how we retain businesses across this country. Tell me, because I think the American Rescue Plan allocated 25% of the $3 billion going to communities suffering from job loss from travel, tourism, or the outdoor recreation sector. Can you tell me how you're going to implement that?
Well, thank you, Senator, for that question. I think it's vital for us to get these dollars out the door and make sure that the hardest hit communities by the pandemic are getting the resources as quickly as possible. I will tell you that I know from my own experience and some of the programs that I've run that it's absolutely most important to have close coordination between the federal government agencies that implement, in this case, EDA, and our partners across the federal, state, and local governments, and working with local stakeholders. So having ongoing conversations and using the expertise that the career staff have, not just at EDA, who are fantastic, but also staff across the federal government to make certain that the dollars are going quickly, are being used effectively and efficiently, and that most importantly, we're getting our local economies going again.
Thank you for that. Last question very quickly. Agriculture got pounded because of the trade wars of the previous administration, and I mean pounded, and the prices still are not where they need to be, and it's the reason why 40% of farm income came from the federal government last year. Can you tell me how you're going to work with USTR to expand new markets, not only for agriculture, but for everybody?
Thank you, Senator. I completely agree with you that that we need to do more for agriculture and making certain that that we're dealing with the trade challenges that we're facing across the globe. I would commit to working closely with USTR and with our partners at the Department of State in utilizing all of the tools at the department's disposal to bring down barriers across the globe to our produce and our products, and ensuring that we are making the right types of investments for our farms, for our agriculture, making necessary infrastructure investments so that we can make certain that their products are getting to market in a timely fashion.
Thank you, Mr. Graves. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Senator Tester. We now have Senator Blackburn.